Ici, Londres.
Firmness and fanaticism are not the same thing. It ought to be possible to find a Brexit policy that is moderate, sensible, capable of appealing to the majority of the 48% and the majority of the 52%, and then stick to that policy resolutely as we approach the talks. As cabinet ministers draw up their final negotiating position, their two watchwords should be resolve and reasonableness. What do I mean by reasonableness? Well, immediately after the referendum, I suggested that the narrowness of the result lent itself to a market-only outcome, that we had a mandate for a gradual repatriation of power, not for a severing of all links. I suggested that we should look at a Swiss-style deal, a kind of EFTA solution where we'd be in the common market, but outside the political institutions. Now, a lot of people on both sides were angry about that. Some Remainers were not prepared to listen to anything that any Leaver had said. Some Leavers regarded it as somehow a weakening or a watering down of what people had voted for. But ask yourself something. Whether you voted Remain or whether you voted Leave, look at what is now being proposed. This permanent transition where we will have taxation without representation, where we will be subject to all of the duties and obligations of membership without any votes, any voice, or any veto. And ask yourself, how is that conceivably better than an EFTA-type solution, where at the very least we'd be out of the common agricultural policy, we'd be out of the common fisheries policy, we'd be out of the customs union, critically. In fact, not only out of the customs union, but unable to join the customs union, unless we persuaded all the Swiss and Norwegians and Icelanders to join it, something that even the most Euro-fanatical politicians in those countries have no truck with. We'd be paying a reduced budget contribution, and we'd be subject to 15% rather than 100% of EU legal acts. Having reached a moderate compromise, we should then show resolve in pursuing it. Imagine buying a house or a car or anything else where you'd said to the other party at the outset, I'm definitely going to sign this treaty, now let's talk about the price. We need to be prepared to walk away. When, for example, the EU talks about excluding us from defence and security cooperation, instead of bleating about that, instead of whinging and saying, oh, you'll be sorry and you must let us in, we should just prepare for an alternative security structure with older friends on other continents. Showing a combination of angry rhetoric and then irresolution in the talks has been the worst possible combination. The day we leave, we become the EU's single biggest export market. We are the fourth military power and the fifth largest economy in the world. It's about time we remembered that.